Let's talk about motivation. A lack of motivation is the most common reason that people do not achieve their goals. In this video, I'm actually going to tell you why you are not actually lacking motivation and what the real issue is in relation to you actually achieving your health and fitness goals. Quite frankly, if your only goal is to lose weight, then I'm not actually surprised that you haven't achieved it and you're not feeling motivated. The problem is that your goal is too vague. What does lose weight actually mean? What does getting healthier mean? What does getting stronger mean? And what does building muscle mean? While all of these things are great, they are all actually byproducts of the thing that you're actually trying to achieve. I find that people are way too vague with what their goal is and why they want to achieve it. Let's stick with weight loss for a moment. Why is it that you're specifically aiming for a certain number on the scale? Why do you want to lose 10 kilos, for example? What would that actually do for you, and how would it change your life? Realistically, that is going to be the reason for you to be motivated. The why behind the number. Does losing 10 kilos, for example, enable you to do things that you can't currently do? For example, does it stop you wearing the clothes that you would like to wear? Does it stop you going to social occasions altogether? Does it make you hate having your picture taken? Does it make you feel unattractive to your partner? Okay, so if losing weight will make you feel more confident, why is that? Make a list of these things and then work backwards. That is going to be your motivation. If you would like to build more confidence, then here is my advice, because the scale alone means absolutely fuck all. While using the scale can be a good measure of progress, so can things like circumference measurements, progress pictures, performance in the gym, and energy levels day to day. To me, the more progress you can measure, the more confident that you are going to feel. Confidence comes from proof that you are doing the thing that you said you were going to do. Here's a quick task. Next time you are tracking your progress, write down a list that starts with, outside of scale weight this week, I have achieved X. Here is an example of what I have used with my clients to do this task. It could potentially be attending the gym 2 times a week. It could be drop to dress size. It could be better energy levels, less joint pain, tried a new class, tried a new sport, played with the kids for 30 minutes without getting out of breath, had a meal out without feeling bad. It could be improved mobility. It could be so many different things that could be specific to you and what you're trying to achieve. Realistically, the more things you tick off on this list, the more progress that you're going to feel that you are making, therefore increasing your confidence within yourself. Whereas if you just focus on that one thing, that is the scale, and if that doesn't move for whatever reason, you're going to feel quite disheartened. A big one I get is people saying, I'm just not motivated to go to the gym. I just can't bring myself to do it. And realistically, if the goal solely is weight loss and nothing else, then you don't actually need the gym at all. Fun fact, during lockdown, I actually lost 20 kilos of body weight without using a gym at all, and all I had was a set of dumbbells and a resistance band, and you can too. If your goal is to build muscle or tone up, then realistically you are going to want to do some resistance training so that you don't just end up looking like the Michelin Man if his tire pressure was low. And I think the biggest thing when it comes to getting in shape or changing your body is that it's going to take a long time. This is why it's really, really important to just enjoy the process rather than focusing on the outcome. For me, it took over a year to lose 30 kilos. If I knew from the beginning that it was going to take me 12 months, I probably would have given up way sooner than if I just took it as I'll do today and see what happens. I'll just do my best today and repeat that as many times as I can until I actually reach my end goal. I also didn't know that I had 30 kilos to lose. I just stuck with the process until I reached the deadline that was a photo shoot for myself. Which is where my next point comes in. Deadlines are so important. And that doesn't need to be like a photo shoot like I did, but it could be a holiday. If your holiday is a long way away, what you can do is actually have a halfway point or a quarterly point so you can check in how close you are to achieving that goal. Let's say you want to lose 20 kilos between now and March. By December, you should have lost around 10 to 15 kilos to make sure you're on track. If you are ahead of schedule, you can then slow things down or aim a bit higher in terms of how much weight you'd like to lose by March, and vice versa. If it's taken a bit longer, you may want to speed things up after Christmas. And I think people people need to set more realistic expectations of themselves. So many times I hear people say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym every day so it builds a habit. While that's great, if you realistically can't stick to that and you can only say make 2, anything less than 5 is going to feel like a failure. Compared to if you go in with a bare minimum of 2 a week, anything on top is going to feel like a great success. So all you really want to do is flip those things, and then you're going to feel like you've made a lot more progress than if you underachieved by going 4 times instead of 5.